Hi there, Rebecca here, your Vibe Mentor, bringing you another video on how to raise your vibration so you can live your best life. Today, I wanted to give you 8 tips or 8 things that you can give up to instantly raise your vibration or quickly raise your vibration. It may not always be instant. The first is toxic foods and drinks. So everybody knows that, the Cheetos and the Fritos and the Lucky Charms just aren't good for you. So that's kind of a given. But sometimes we overlook the everyday staples that may also be harmful. Things like alcohol, caffeine, they've been very normalized in our society. And unfortunately, they are toxic. So if you've ever had a cup of coffee and then got a little bit agitated at work or feel a lot of anxiety, that's from the caffeine. If you had a couple drinks on Saturday night or maybe even Sunday for the football game and then you go to work and Monday's really difficult, you feel tired, you feel like crap, that's because it's toxic. It's very, very bad for you and that absolutely will lower your vibration. In fact, alcohol in general has been called spirits. I personally have felt moments where after drinking you kind of feel opened up and energies, entities, spirits are able to come in. It literally has also been referred to as soul eating or man eating spirits. So alcohol is very, very dangerous. Processed foods, of course, are on the list. I would also add dead foods. If you think about the chemical cocktails that happen in our body when we have a negative thought or a negative feeling, those same negative chemical cocktails are happening to animals as they die. And so then you're ingesting their anxiety, their fear. So dense foods, dead foods are going to have a dense effect or a lowering effect on your energy. So the foods to focus on would be foods that contain light. So anything that we say God made or grown by Mother Earth is going to be awesome. So fruit is king, and I always put that first. Do not buy into the sugar lie. Yes, processed sugar is bad. Natural sugar is good. Even the FDA website says that our body needs glucose to survive. So fruit is great. Fruit is easy on your digestive system. It has tons of minerals and it has living water in it. You notice how they'll tell you that the sensation of hunger is the sensation of thirst is often mistaken for hunger. And that's because we're designed to be ingesting water in our foods. And so obviously we're not getting that with the dried processed crackers and cereals and things of that nature. So lots and lots of watery fruits. Vegetables are great as well. But anything that's grown through the absorption of light is going to add light into your body and therefore lighten your vibration. Number 2 would be comparison. Stop comparing yourself to other people, whether it's through social media or just in everyday life. Stop comparing yourself to what you think you should be doing. I'm, as a parent, of course, have the mom guilt of, have I done enough for my kids? Have I, done enough crafts? Do we have enough fun activities? In general, going out throughout our life, am I at this certain age? Have I accomplished enough? Do I make enough money? Do I have the right appearance? It's all a comparison relative to someone's should. Don't should all over yourself. Be who you are in this moment. Be authentic. Be truly you and love you. Celebrate you. Be your own cheerleader and know that you are exactly how you need to be to do what you were created to do, to fulfill your life's purpose. Everything about you was intentional and has a reason and is necessary to fulfill your life's purpose. So don't compare yourself to others. Only you know what's right for you. No one else can tell you what's right for you. So you have to get really comfortable with listening to your heart and hearing the yes, no of, is that right for me? And feeling into it and taking that moment to close your eyes and say, I have these 2 decisions. If I try this one on, how does that feel? If I try this one on, how does that feel? And choosing what's right for you and not, what someone should all over you. Regret and living in the past would be number 3. Let go of the past. Let go of what you cannot change anymore. Of course, as a mom, I'd say, let it go, let it go. Yeah, not so much a Frozen fan, but it gets stuck in your head. Can't let it go. But the past is only going to weigh you down. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. You don't live there anymore. Don't give it rent in your head. Don't give it space. Don't give it your energy. It's just not worth it. Learn from it. Take what you need, take what you can, take what serves you, and move on. Keep looking forward. There's a reason the things in the rearview mirror are smaller. It's because they're behind you and they're leaving. You gotta let it go. Number 4, compensation. You have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear, and you have nothing to apologize for. Again, it's a waste of energy, and we can spend so much time trying to cover up a lie or to put on a front or a facade. And again, all of that is just wasted energy that could go to a higher vibration. So let it go. Again, you don't have anything to fear, anything to hide, anything to apologize for. Number 5, compensation was number 4. Number 5 is toxic relationships. So you are who you spend your most time with. And proximity is key. So we all need to guard our time very carefully, guard our energy, and make sure that our relationships are healthy, nourishing, and uplifting. If they are not, it's time to go. And it can be difficult in the beginning, but once you start pulling out the weeds, weeding out the toxic people, it gets easier and you have less of it to do. You're going to have better boundaries, and and that's kind of leading into number 6. When you have those boundaries, you protect your space and you keep out the wrong people. And so once you have done the work to clean up who you're spending your time with, and you're spending time with people who are uplifting you, then you don't have to do it anymore. So kind of get over that hurdle of getting it done, right? And then number 6, people pleasing. Again, don't do what you don't want to do. Don't do what you don't want to do. Have boundaries. No is a complete sentence. No, thank you is very nice and polite. Would you like to do this? No, thank you. Could you do this for me? No, thank you. Have that boundary and know you deserve it. You're worthy. And you say, I am Rebecca. I deserve to have my needs met. I deserve to have that glass of water because I'm thirsty. I deserve to have a rest because I'm exhausted. Your boundaries are there because you need to learn to respect yourself, and people need to learn how to respect you as well. And remember, we teach people how to treat us, and our boundaries are critical. So stop people pleasing. It sucks. I know, as an empath, as hypersensitive, I feel everything. I really, really, really hate making people uncomfortable, but guess what? It's even worse when I feel resentful because I didn't uphold my boundaries. Number 7 is resistance. Stop pushing against what is. Love what is. And I love the alcohol, or it's the AA statement where we pray for guidance to know the difference between what we can change and what we cannot. We cannot always change things. We certainly cannot change people. And so to stop pushing against life as it is all around us relieves so much energy for us to focus within and be grateful and find the silver lining and focus on the positive and look for the lesson, integrate it, let it move through. Resistance is like hitting your head against a brick wall. It's never going to stop. It's just going to hurt, and that brick wall is not going anywhere. So you may as well turn in a direction where your energy can flow. If you're hitting that brick wall, you're not doing something right, and so you need to reevaluate your approach. Your resistance is your sign. You got to stop, look at what you're doing, recognize it's not working, and find another way. Let go and surrender. Surrender is so, so key. You must have trust and faith that you are cared for. It is not, again, it's very egoic to think that we have to fix everything. It's not always up to you to fix it. If it's not working, that means it's not for you, or your approach is not correct. That's what you can control, is yourself. The rest of it, you need to trust and have faith is going to work itself out. And then number 8, finally, is overwhelm. Stop trying to do so much. Stop trying to do it all. I'm guilty. And the only reason I can put any of these things on this list is because I've hit my head against a brick wall, right? And I've learned, okay, let's not do this. And that's why I'm here. That's what my mission and my purpose is to distill decades into days for you so that you can learn these lessons more quickly. We don't all need to be hitting our heads against the brick wall. Let's help each other get ahead faster. So overwhelm, stop trying to do it all. Lighten your load somehow, some way. For me, it was my house always had to be clean. My mom was so critical. She was like the white glove kind of person. Like, I told you to clean the living room and there's still dust on this mantle, right? Like constant stress and overwhelm of this feeling of like my to-do list is this big and my amount of time is this big. How am I going to do it all? Guess what? That mantle, that bookshelf is dusty, and that's okay. Mom, I'm fine with it, and you should be too, because I'm happier. I'm a better mom. I'm showing up for you because I'm making time and I'm prioritizing the things that matter in my life, and that is all because I reduced the workload. So lighten the load in any way you can. If the laundry sits until Friday instead of every single day so that you can take in half an hour or 2 hours for your life purpose, for meditation, for a nap, absolutely do it. It is time to stop running the rat race. Exit the matrix, make time for yourself, prioritize what matters to you, don't should all over yourself based on what everybody else says, and find your own priorities. Lighten your load where it's not a priority to you. Take the time to rest, to breathe, to meditate. That is where all of the guidance is going to come from. That's where we open up to flow. That's when our vibration raises. And that's when we can start to hear the next steps for our life purpose. So I hope you found this helpful. I love you guys so much. Namaste.